Hello, my dear children. Good morning. How are you all? Welcome back to yet another grammar class. Today, we'll be discussing the topic kinds of sentences. Now, before we deal with the kinds of sentences, you need to know what is a sentence, right? A sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. It must contain a subject and a verb. A sentence always begins with a capital letter. My dear children, I stress the point. A sentence always begins with a capital letter and ends with a punctuation. It can be a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamatory mark. That's based on the sentence's content. Alright? When we teachers go through your notes and exam papers, we get to see that many of you are not following this rule. Many of you don't start the sentence with a capital letter. Many of you don't put a punctuation mark at the end of the sentence. That's not right. See, if you want to convey what you are intending to say to the audience or the reader, you need to punctuate your sentences. Then only they will get the idea. Okay? So always follow this rule. You need to punctuate your sentences, especially at the end of a sentence. Now, I have a task for you. Are you all ready? Okay then, come on. You have to punctuate these sentences correctly. Okay? The first question, what is your name? What will be the punctuation? Is it a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamation mark? It's a question mark. It's a question, right? Now next one. I am outside. Very good. It's just a full stop. Look at the cat. What is it? Is it a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamation mark? It's a full stop. It's a simple sentence, right? Can you play with me? Yes, that's right. It's a question. So you put a question mark. Do you have a dog? Again we have a question mark here. I like the color red. Yes, come on. It's a full stop. I love school. It's again a full stop. Will you read this book? We have a question here and so we put a question mark at the end of the sentence, right? So you all know how to punctuate the sentences, right? Okay then, come on. Let's deal with the 4 kinds of sentences. We have a declarative sentence, an imperative sentence, an interrogative sentence, and an exclamatory sentence. Declarative sentence is the one we are going to deal first. A declarative sentence states a fact or declares something. It says something. Okay. It ends with a full stop. A declarative sentence always ends with a full stop. For example, the dog in the neighbor's yard is barking. So here, the person who is saying the sentence is saying something about the neighbor's dog. Okay, what is the dog doing? It is barking. So it is saying or declaring something about the dog. And the sentence ends with a full stop. It begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. That's how a declarative sentence will be. We have many more examples here. He is a good sportsman. The umbrella is green. Rahul is going to school. See, in all these sentences, the end part is punctuated with a full stop. Why? Because it is a declarative sentence. Moving on, interrogative sentence. An interrogative sentence asks a question. It ends in a question mark. Obviously, right? So, whenever you ask a question, you have to punctuate the sentence with a question mark. Example, is it raining? Okay. See, whenever you read a story or a paragraph, you always have to convey the emotion to the readers and firstly to yourself. So whenever you read something, you have to give that emotion. When you read a question, read in such a way that you are reading a question. Don't just simply read it like a declarative sentence. Okay, give that emotion. Listen to me when I am reading, okay? Is it raining? See? This is how you have to read an interrogative sentence. I'll give you some more examples. Is he a good boy? What do you want? Are you going shopping? This is how you will write interrogative sentences. In all these sentences, you got to see that the first letter began with a capital letter and it ended with a question mark. Why? Yes, you are right, because it's a question. Now, the third kind of sentence, it is nothing but imperative sentence. A sentence that orders, requests, or give instructions about something is called an imperative sentence. It ends with a full stop. Like for example, open the door. It is giving an order. Okay, always remember, imperative sentences are sentences that gives orders, requests, or some instructions. Don't confuse this with the declarative sentence. Declarative sentences are sentences which gives you or declares something. Okay, but imperative sentences, they orders or requests or give instructions. Here we have an example. Open the door. It's an order. Please don't cry. It's a request. Somebody is requesting some other person not to cry. So it's a request. Again, turn right from here. An instruction is being given, isn't it? Turn right from here. Next one. Go to your room. What is it? Is it an order, request, or an instruction? It's an order, right? And you always get this order from your parents, don't you? Take the pill after the meal. It's an instruction. Now next one, please bring some chocolates for me. It's a Request. How did you find that it is a request? Very good. The word please at the beginning of the sentence, isn't it? Please bring some chocolates for me. It's a request. So these are the kinds of sentences that comes under imperative sentences. Now the final one we have is the exclamatory sentence. Now what is an exclamatory sentence? An exclamatory sentence expresses any feeling or emotion like joy, sorrow, or anger. It ends in an exclamation mark. See the exclamation mark? Does it have any similarity with a question mark? No. So whenever you write an exclamatory sentence, it should end with an exclamation mark, and this is how it will look like. An exclamatory sentence is like, the house is on fire. You give the emotion when you read. Always remember. How sad. And the sentence we have is, what a surprise. So we always get to give the emotions and joy and sadness, everything through the exclamatory sentences. Now, guess the type of sentences in the picture conversation. Okay? So you have 4 dialogues here and you have to guess the kind of sentence each dialogue gives you. Okay. The first one is, I don't like my ice cream. Is it a declarative sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, or an exclamatory sentence? What is it? Yes, you're right. It is giving a statement or it is declaring something, right? So what is it? It is a declarative sentence. Very good. See, it ended with a full stop. Now the next one is, Sam, please give yours to me. See the word please. So what is it? It's a request. You're right. It's an imperative sentence. Ah, how delicious. It is ending with an exclamation mark. So what is it? It's an exclamatory sentence. And finally, we have, why don't you eat your ice cream? So what kind of sentence is it? It's an interrogative sentence. Very simple, no? So what is the conversation? I don't like my ice cream. Sam, please give yours to me. Ah, how delicious. Why don't you eat your ice cream? So that was the exercise. Now it's quiz time. Are you all ready? Okay. Be very serious when you deal with these questions, okay? Because we will be scoring. You may use these abbreviations for writing the answers. Okay. Have you made a decision yet? The first one is, it's an interrogative sentence. The girl in the white jacket is lost. It's a declarative sentence. The Bulldogs won the game in the last 3 minutes. See, the sentence ends with an exclamation mark. So what is it? It's an exclamatory sentence. Give me a piece of pizza. It is ending with a full stop. What kind of sentence is it? Does it say something about any other person, place, or thing? No, right? But it is, yes, it is giving a order. An order is being given. Give me a piece of pizza. An order is being given. So it is an imperative sentence. I did not finish my homework. It is a statement, right? A statement is being made, so it is a declarative sentence. Again, where is my science book? A question is being asked, so it's an interrogative sentence. Please come with me to the movies. It's an imperative sentence. I made a perfect score on this test. An exclamation mark, so it's an exclamatory sentence. Why is John late for our date? Question mark is there, so it's an interrogative sentence. And finally we have open your locker immediately. It's an imperative sentence. Why? Because it's like an instruction or an order. So that is an imperative sentence. If you have made 0 to 1 mistakes in this exercise, it's a really good one. Excellent to you all. Okay, 2 to 3 mistakes are good. That's okay. 4 to 5 mistakes, fair enough. More than 5 mistakes, view the video again. Okay, go check the video again and then attend the same exercise. What kind of sentence is this? The coach was so proud of us. It's an exclamatory sentence. Why? Because the sentence is ending with an exclamation mark. Take your hat off. What kind of sentence is that one? Yes, it is giving an order, so it is an imperative sentence. The CSA is tomorrow. Does it make any order? A request? Any instruction is being given? No, right? It's giving a statement. It is declaring something, so it is a declarative sentence. Can I borrow a jacket? A question is being asked. What kind of sentence is it? An interrogative sentence. Get to class on time. It's an imperative sentence again. Now that you all have excelled, it's perfect and you all did it well. Now let me explain whatever we have learned today in a nutshell. Types of sentences. I will give you a tip. You can memorize all the 4 kinds of sentences using the code DIME. You remember time, right? Instead of T in the beginning, you just remember it as DIME. D for declarative, I for interrogative. Since we have 2 I's, interrogative and imperative, we'll take M from the imperative, okay? To remember, D for declarative, I for interrogative, M for imperative, and finally we have E for exclamatory. So how does all these sentences end? What punctuation will you give? For declarative sentence, the sentence ends with a full stop and it makes a statement. An interrogative sentence asks a question and ends with a question mark. An imperative sentence makes a demand, a request, or gives some instruction. So it ends with a full stop and at times it ends with an exclamation mark. An exclamatory sentence shows strong emotion. So that ends with an exclamation mark. Hope you all understood today's session. Okay then, I'll see you in the next session. Bye bye for now.